Fiscal year 2014-2015 to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Catalano.
Here.
Alderman Jacob.
Here.
Alderman Lazara.
Here.
Alderman Sizmarsky.
Here.
Alderman E. Wesley.
Here.
Alderman R. Wesley.
Here.
Alderman Winger. Here. Alderman Woods.
Here.
Mayor Police.
Here. First, I'd like to mention that this public hearing notice was posted in the Daily Herald. Public hearing budget fiscal year 2014-2015. Mr. Wilson, I hear you have a quick presentation for us.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
As is done in the past, just have a few quick slides recapping the budget process, and then if there's any questions or comments, address those at the end of the presentation, if that's okay with everybody. So going forward, a couple of important dates. This year, the draft budget was sent out on Valentine's Day to everybody on February 14th. 2 weeks later, we had the first committee meeting on that. 2 weeks later, we had the second committee meeting on the budget. On March 25th, as the mayor mentioned, it was published in the Daily Herald, noticing of this meeting. Last Thursday, Public Act 97-0609 was posted on our website in compliance with state statute. And tonight, we are having the public hearing. High level on the budget, there's no reduction in current service levels. There were 4, new positions, 1 part-time, 3 seasonal positions. There were 3 other expanded level items that were recommended. The landscaping equipment, the community branding project, and replacement of Unit 502 in the wastewater division. There was 1 expanded level item not recommended, which was the additional full-time building department inspector. A couple important numbers. Property tax rate for this upcoming year. I see there's estimated the final levy is not out from the county. We're not really expecting that to move a whole lot, but until we do get the final, we don't like to guess or make assumptions. You can see the previous year's rate there. The EAV did fall again slightly for the city, but less than the previous 3 years. So we do think we're probably pretty close to the bottom on that, which would be a good thing. And then the combined sales tax rate, you can see the breakdown there of the 6 different components of it, and that's been the same for the last 3 to 4 years. Major revenues for the budget as a whole kind of speak for themselves there. The second and third one from the bottom says net of grants. We do have approximately 10.7 million in grants in the capital projects fund for the safety improvements at Wooddale and Irving and for the constant warning timers at the Ash Street crossing. So we did back those out of the equation because it would have highly skewed these revenue numbers for comparability purposes year to year. Major expenditures, as I mentioned, the safety improvements and the constant warning timers are in that 14.1 million for the 5-year CIP. It's about 10.6 million. So if you back that out, it's a little bit less apples to apples than the prior year. But last year did include the 1-year shot of Royal Oaks. The big project this coming year, in addition to the safety improvements, is the first quarter, I guess you'll call it, of the Ward 2 streets. The reconstruction of that. The Phase 1B treatment plant upgrade will continue. The interfund transfers are up a little bit, which is pretty much due to the change of the accounting in the personnel costs in the tourism fund. So really there's no change in them, but just a change in the accounting method. And the police actuarial funding did go up again, but not more than its norm over the past 4 to 5 years. Bottom line for the general fund, which is kind of, the big focus, the main operating fund of the city, we began with a $3,357 surplus. There were no changes, actually, to anything in the budget this year, I think, which is a first since I've been here. And so that number at this time will remain what it was when the draft went out. So at this time, I'll turn it back to the mayor for any.
Does anybody in the public wish to make a comment or question at this time? Okay, then I need a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now I'd like to call city council meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Catalano.
Here.
Alderman Jacob.
Here.
Alderman Lazara. Here. Alderman Sizmarsky.
Here.
Alderman E. Wesley.
Here.
Alderman R. Wesley.
Here.
Alderman Winger. Here. Alderman Woods.
Here.
Mayor Police.
Here. I declare a quorum present. Please stand and join the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Need a motion to approve the city council minutes of April 3rd, 2014.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Questions, corrections, changes? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Under communications, do any citizens wish to be heard on matters not listed on the agenda? I believe we have one resident. Yes, to the microphone, please. State your name and address.
My name is Pasquale Torito on 231 East Montrose in Wooddale. Been a resident over 20 years. And I have a small question to ask to all of you guys regarding the roads that have been done. I notice everything is getting done beautifully on Montrose. It's getting paved. All the neighbors are getting halfway driveway done. And the sewers have been fixed. It's unbelievable what's been done. So first of all, I gotta say thank you for that, okay? But my concern and my question is, why can't the curb from Montrose on the north side of Cedar be extended? It's only 25 feet, if I'm mistaken, maybe 30 linear feet. It's not gonna get done this year because I was told repeatedly that it's not part of the budget. So I feel like to be part of this village for the last 20 years, and 4 of my kids have been raised here, gone all the schools, and I supported the town, I supported the villages, I helped out whatever I could help out, and I invested a lot of money in my property. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I invested a lot of money in that property. I have a neighbor that's our alderman, and he can vouch for the property I have there, for who doesn't know what it is. So my question is very simple. I have water problem over there. We struggled to get a manhole put on for years. They put a bad manhole on it, and I let it go. I didn't say anything. Last year, finally, they replaced it. But this year, the streets are getting done nicely, really nicely. So I don't know, what should I do? Should I go on my knees and beg, please finish the curb? Or should I pay on my own? What do I need to do to get this curb finished? Can you guys look into it at least? Just look into it and see if it can be done. I don't think it's going to be more than, the budget shouldn't be that much. But I know that a lot of money has been spent every year in Wooddale to fix roads and plumbing. A lot of money. I know that, okay? But if you take Montrose all the way to the end, past Cedar, past Central, that's a dead-end corner. And the curbs are done nicely over there. So I don't know why they can add, you guys can add just in one little section. I'm not asking to do all the curbs because that's not my problem, but at least Montrose and Cedar, 30 linear feet. Can you guys look into it? Would it be a possibility? So that's all I'm asking. Thank you very much for listening, and I don't know. That's all I need. Do I need to go, or can I just...
Basically, the chief here will pass that along to the manager and has to come up to the committee because right now it can't even be discussed.
Hey,
Go ahead, you had a question, Alderman Wesley? Go ahead.
is there any curbs there now?
There's no
Not
curb.
on Cedar, there's no curbs.
This is that little piece of street that was not paved last year on the north of Montrose. There's no curbs on that street at all. It's basically it's getting resurfaced. We passed that a few weeks ago, I believe, a month ago.
Okay.
That's why he's here asking.
Okay,
If I
because he
may,
says
one
just
more.
his, he just said his section, so I'm just thinking, just his section, or is there curbs there already?
No, there's no curbs at all on that street. I think he's just asking for his house. He can't speak for his neighbors, of
Yeah,
course.
I can't speak for that, but well, can I say one more thing?
Yes, sir.
There's also people in the back where the dead end street is, there, those big houses, the $1 million houses, the kids from that cul-de-sac, which is dead end, they all climb the fence and they wait on my corner to get the bus. So to me, that's also a little safety issue. So the kids walk down the street, on the grass, or who knows, the water sits there, mosquitoes in the summertime, so that's all it is. That's all I have to say. Thank you for listening, that's all.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Pasquale. You could go, yes.
Thank you.
Do any other citizens wish to be heard? All right, we have two written communiques. One is from the Bensenville Wooddale Bandits. On behalf of Bensenville Wooddale Football Cheer Association, they'd like to thank us for our generosity in their 2013. And hopefully we can help again in the future. Just a thank you letter. That's all it is. Next, we have a letter from Bensenville. They are asking for a cost share on the Opticom on Route 83. The Illinois Department of Transportation is planning a highway safety improvement project. As part of the project, where is it here? Unannounced project from the department which the village has not budgeted, that's Bensenville speaking. In order to relieve some of the financial burden, the village is proposing a 50-50 cost share with the city of Wooddale for installations of the EVP at the intersection Illinois 83 and Grove, which also benefits Wooddale. So basically, they're looking for a cost share. Per the estimated cost provided by the department, the cost to install the EVP at this intersection is estimated to be approximately $74.75, of which $6,500 is for actual installation and $975 is for engineering. I spoke to the chief about this just beforehand because this letter was just received. Chief, you want to make a couple of comments?
Yeah, I know they're out redoing 5 intersections along Route 83. That's the only intersection that the city has any jurisdiction over is the 83 and Sherwood side where we would handle police accidents. There is currently a preemption device there. So Bensenville is obviously looking for some type of cost share. I would just kind of remind everyone that it's not just the police agencies that use it, though. There's also fire and ambulances that come through, contract stuff, other towns. I don't know if they've asked Bensenville Fire Department to contribute or not, so just something to consider as you guys consider the request.
And just to let everybody know, Chief Ruka is here. I did ask him. I told him we received this letter. We might be sending him a copy. He goes, generally, they do not, because it's generally, they don't want to handle any maintenance or anything, if I'm speaking correctly. He's nodding his head yes. I don't want to say anything that you didn't tell me. If we do want to refer this to Public Works Committee at our next committee level, the attorney has said that. Alderman Wesley, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, is there a deadline when they need to have, because I thought they were going to start that intersection already?
Really doesn't give us a deadline.
And is it the village requesting it or the fire?
This is on the City of Bensenville letterhead.
So
It came from their engineer.
my
and
question
Public Works
to you,
Director.
I would strongly suggest, since if I ain't mistaken, Bensenville is now a fire district. Am I correct?
I'm not sure of that. Mr. Bond?
Yeah, they do not have a department any longer. They have an independent fire district. There's actually 2 of them that serve the Bensenville.
Okay, so again, before we
Right,
opt
well-
into this or discuss it, I think the Bensenville Fire Department should get cost sharing too, because they're going, using more than us.
We'll have a
Why-
couple weeks before the committee meeting, get some of these
Right.
questions answered.
I mean, I just want to make sure because I don't see why we have to opt into it in their village.
Okay. Okay, that concludes the written communiques. Next, on the mayor's report, we have Coach Kate Payton of the Fenton Dance Force. and the team, who just placed third place in the state championships. And they have been first in conference 2 years in a row now. If the coach and the team would like to go to the microphone, you get on camera, say a few words by the coach at least, you know. The rest of the girls can go up there as well. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
You're the dance team, you can't be shy. Come on. Go stand next to your coach, there you go.
Come on up, ladies. First, I'd like to thank you for giving the girls recognition. This is our second year coming to one of your meetings, so thank you for having us again. The girls work hard, very, very, very hard. Our sport is a two-season sport, which means they are with me about 10 months out of the year. They give me, during winter, they give me every single Saturday, 6 to 8 hours. They give me their winter breaks. They give me part of their summers. And I have them evenings, basketball games, and football games. So they really, really are quite devoted to me and the team and our program in the school. They do just an amazing job. I'm going to turn it over to Pamela, and she's going to tell you a little bit about what they did over this year for our competition season.
Excuse me for 1 second.
Yes.
The parents are taking pictures. If you want to come up closer and take a closer shot, don't be shy. Come right up. Go ahead.
Hello guys. Never really spoke about dance before, but pretty much like we just spend a lot of time. We give up so much of our lives just to do the one thing that we love to do, is just dancing all the time. Our whole summer, we're all together. Like, we've grown as a family, not just as a team that, like most sports at our school, you just do what you have to do and you go home. But like, we've had the opportunity to do team bondings, and we're together enough where like we know everything about each other for the most part, and it's a lot to expect, and a lot of people don't understand how much really goes into being a part of this sport and all the time and effort, and there's blood, sweat, and tears all the time at our practice. We come home crying, but like, look how far we've gotten. And we've said for the past couple of years, how are we gonna improve? Like last year when we were here, I never thought we were gonna be able to top it, but we topped it this year. So I'm just really looking forward to next year. That's pretty much it.
Thank you. Congratulations. Great job, girls.
Would you mind if I took a picture of the girls with all of you?
Sure, no problem.
And then we'll get out of your way, so you guys can go on with your reading. Oh, yeah.
Did you want to introduce the girls? I'm sorry.
Oh, sure. Girls, do you want to just introduce yourselves on the...
Yeah.
Don't be shy. They're not shy at all. This is all.
Say you're in school, your name, and then go to the front.
I'm a junior, and my name is April Andraka.
Hi, I'm a sophomore, and I'm Maroni Arzetta. Hi, I'm a junior, and I'm Emily Felby. Hi, I'm a sophomore, Francesca Loduca. Hi, I'm a sophomore, Alexis Petrella. Hi, I'm a sophomore, Deanna Wigan. Hi, I'm a sophomore, Sophie Miller.
And I'm Pamela Deckert, a junior, and we're missing a lot of seniors, well, all of our seniors.
We actually had a 17-person competition team this year, and we did have tryouts for next year, and we have the max number on our varsity team of 24 to compete in IHSA. So our program is getting huge. We also have a JV team. We'll have 40 members in our program next year. 6 years ago, we had 9. So it's
Excellent.
gotten huge, and they're amazing. But let's take some pictures.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Coach. I don't know, we'd have to ask our IT guy. Yeah, just to the manager. Thank you.
You too.
You gonna get up and dance? No?
Thanks. Next, Arbor Day. In 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for planting of trees, and this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and the trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And trees are a renewable source of giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of the business areas, and beautify our community. And trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now therefore, I, Annunziata Police, Mayor, City of Wooddale, do hereby proclaim Friday, April 25th, 2014, as Arbor Day in the City of Wooddale, and I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And just to let everybody know, Friday, April 25th, there'll be a little presentation by Westview School. If I'm not correct. Yes. It's at 3:30. Right, it starts at 2:45, around 3:30. Right. Need to be there at 2:45, right. 3:30? 3:30.
No, it's closer to 2:30, it's 3:30, they're already out of school.
They said they have to be there by 2:45.
Yeah, so be there by 2:45.
Right.
2:50. Just send us an email. I'll send you a reminder.
We'll send you a reminder. All right, thank you, Matt. Next, a resolution to adopt the municipal legislative positions and priorities of the DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference for the 2014 legislative session. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That concludes my report, City Manager, or Acting Manager, Chief Vesta. You got more power than the manager anyway.
No. I do have one report. Lisa Namatka from Republic Services, our new municipal services manager, is here to make a presentation. So, welcome, Lisa.
Hello.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Namatka. I am your municipal services manager for Republic Services. Rick Boltice, who was your original municipal services manager, was promoted within the organization, and he hired me back in October to try to fill his awfully large shoes within the company. Rick has a great relationship with Jeff, your city manager, and with Brad, and so I actually came out to meet with your staff when it was very cold in December, and kind of on the heels of Arbor Day, we met to talk about recycling and solid waste here in the city of Wooddale, and your staff was already thinking ahead for spring, and so we got together, and you'll each see there's an insert on your, I placed them on the dais. That's an insert that we worked on with staff that'll be in your spring newsletter to help remind the residents how to prepare their yard waste. Yard waste collection starts in April, and bulk collection, and help remind recycling and recycling tips and getting things ready. So that'll come out in your spring newsletter. So I just wanted to come by and introduce myself and say I look forward to continue to working with you all, and if you have any questions or if there's anything we can ever do for you, we are here to continue our great relationship.
Thank you. Do we have any, Alderman Eugene
I
Wesley?
have one question.
Yes,
Sure.
go ahead.
And it was, someone sent me an email this morning, one of their garbage can wheels are broken. Do we go through our staff for that, Mayor, or do we call them direct?
If someone has a
ahead.
broken cart,
Yeah.
they can call our customer service number at 847-981-0091, and we can have that taken care of for them.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure.
No problem.
Thank you. Anything further? Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
That's the end of my report.
Thank you. Keeping it short. Next, consent agenda. We have 8 items on the consent agenda. I entertain a motion.
Make the motion to approve the consent.
Any questions on that? Roll call.
Alderman Catalano?
Yes.
Alderman Jacob?
Yes.
Alderman Lazara?
Yes.
Alderman Sizmarsky?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Winger? Yes. Alderman Woods?
Yes.
That passes. Next, I entertain a motion to approve the items on the agenda. Item number 1, an ordinance adopting the annual budget 2014-2015, an ordinance amending the City of Wooddale no parking ordinance, Chapter 15, Article 20, Sections 15.2006 of the City Code to include no parking on the north side of Potter Street from Clare Court to 50 feet east of the intersection. Item number 3, approval of screening wall at Northwest Water Treatment Plant for the amount not to exceed $30,865. Item number 4, a resolution approving the First Amendment to the 1991 license agreement between the City of Wooddale and the Elizabeth Park Condominium Association. Item number 5, a resolution dedicating certain vacant city property for public road purposes and accepting such dedication for road purposes. Item number 6, a resolution dedicating certain vacant city property for DuPage County road purposes. Item number 7, approval of IDOT offer to purchase a portion of parcel 1KA0004 for $37,000 for the intersection safety improvements at Irving Park and Wooddale Road. Item number 8, approval of IDOT offer to purchase portion of parcel 1KA0012 for $109,000 for the intersection safety improvements at Irving Park and Wooddale Road. Do I have a motion?
Yes, make that motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Alderman Catalano?
Yes.
Alderman Jacob?
Yes.
Alderman Lazara?
Yes.
Alderman Sizmarsky?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Winger? Yes. Alderman Woods?
Yes.
That passes. Next, committee chairman reports, planning and zoning, Alderman Woods.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Public health and safety, that's actually going to be deferred till after executive session. I'm sorry, Alderman Wesley.
I could have said that.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to refer that to,
After executive session.
items to be referred.
Thank you.
Okay,
idea.
thank you.
Public Works, Alderman Lazara.
Thank you, Mayor. I have 2 reports. I want to have a resolution seeking to approve an agreement between the City of Wooddale and the Illinois Department of Transportation for pedestrian crossing improvements on Wooddale and Addison Roads in an amount not to exceed $712,000. That is my motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Alderman Eugene Wesley.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
can we go back, did we address all those concerns that were raised? I mean, I got a hard copy that was handed me, so I forgot my
Mr. York?
iPad.
Yes.
So I just want to make sure those are on board, that we look at the
With, I know what you're
brick
talking
or whatever.
Not the brick, the material.
Right.
Mr. York.
Thermostatic plastics.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, as Alderman Woods is showing you right now, the traffic patterns, thermoplastic striping blocks that are sold by the Enos Flint Company will be are in the current plans now that are in front of the Illinois Department of Transportation. We did get those snuck into the plan without delay of the project, so the letting is still on track for the June letting. The material, the exact material that we're going to need to select, we do not need to select at this time. We will bring that forward to you in a short period of time, probably in an informal setting, possibly at our workshop coming up to talk about the Elgin O'Hare, to get some ideas of what you guys would like to look at, and then we could bring full-size samples in of colors and those kind of things. But everything's moving forward, and if you'd like to please pass this resolution, we can finish the final paperwork on it and get it, make sure that we hit the sledding.
You have a follow-up, Alderman Wesley?
Yeah, I just.
Go ahead.
I just have one follow-up. So by going this route, it did not change the dollar amount of share cost at any shape or form, am I correct?
Mr. York?
Yeah, the cost of the plan is in total $712,000. This did not have any impact to the $712,000. This was the $712,000. This part was actually in the original plan that got to that point. Any savings that we would have seen would have been because this was taken out.
Okay.
So they could have been less than $712,000. But as of right now, $712,000, and we are on the hook for 25% of that.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call?
Alderman Catalano?
Yes.
Alderman Jacob?
Yes.
Alderman Lazara?
Yes.
Alderman Sizmarsky?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman Woods?
Yes.
That passes.
My second item, resolution seeking to approve an agreement between the City of Wooddale and Baxter and Woodman, Inc. for construction management services for the TCM pedestrian improvement project in an amount not to exceed $71,320. That is my motion.
Do I have a second? Okay, Alderman Catalano. Any questions on this one? Alderman Jacob?
Just one question. Since this is with IDOT, do they also have somebody out there? Like, we're gonna have Baxter Woodman out there for the city, or is it just our guy?
No, it'll just be our employee that will be our contractual employee that will be out there monitoring this. It's just gone through IDOT for the pure fact that there was federal funds involved in it, and it has to go through their letting process.
Okay, thank you.
And just for clarification, the $71,320, that cost did stay stagnant. So we won't have any additional costs with the additions of the thermoplastic striping. All this constructional management costs stay the same.
Anything further? Roll call.
Alderman Catalano?
Yes.
Alderman Jacob?
Yes.
Alderman Lazara?
Yes.
Alderman Sizmarsky?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman Woods?
Yes.
That passes.
That's the end of my report.
Thank you. Finance and Administration, Alderman Sizmarsky?
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. We have no other business. Approval of list of bills, April 17, 2014. Alderman Sizmarsky.
I have approval list of bills for April 7th, or April 17th, 2014 at $639,735.73.
That's
Motion.
your motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
That's all.
Any questions? Excuse me. Alderman Roy Wesley, go ahead.
Page 10, Lenses Hardware. Landscape equipment maintenance, could you tell me what that is?
Matt, you got that one?
And I see garden staples for landscape fabric on one bill, and then I see side staples on another bill for Russo's. Do you not use side staples? And
Yeah, I believe this is some weed whacker replacement parts and other stuff to get our weed whackers ready for the summertime.
Do you have something further with Russo's, you said?
well, okay, I guess we
Or
might.
or is there something else on that one? I'm sorry, I don't want to jump.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we have staples, landscape fabric staples, garden
Yes.
staples.
Yes, sir.
Are those sad staples too that you're using?
No, those would be for the, we call it the hay type material that we'll, the straw bedding that we put on top of the seed.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, that's it. I don't wanna,
Nothing
I don't wanna
else?
start no problems, but
Okay.
I'll talk to you at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
All right. Alderman Eugene Wesley, you had your hand up.
Mayor, I have a couple here.
Go ahead.
On page 4, the ComEd for the 3 new streetlights for $8,601.98.
Okay.
I believe those are, which streetlights are those? Are they the ones, all 3 on Itasca Street, or?
Brad, you wanna take this one?
Where's the other one going?
Thank you,
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Mayor. Yeah, those are for the 3 poles for the 2 lights on Itasca. There's 3 poles because one of the drops is too long. They had to put in a intermediary pole. So those are for the Itasca street lights.
Do we have any idea when those may be installed, or?
I personally don't. I know the manager was working on that with ComEd. I don't have a date, but I know there is a date out there, though.
Did the manager shoot an email when those may be installed?
Chief will make a note of that and let the manager know.
And then why we, and may.
Yes, go ahead, continue.
I also have a question on page 9. Bear with me. It's the lab fume hood top for 21,000. Is that for the new piece?
Yes, sir, that's,
Go ahead.
that's the actual, the new fume hood that was installed at the, in the laboratory at the new administration building.
Is that county installing, or is that not county installing?
Go ahead, man.
I believe that is with installation.
Okay. Fine, thank you.
Anything
Mayor,
else?
I have 2 more if you don't mind.
Yes, go ahead, no problem.
I have page 11. Network tool warehouse database card for AC machine. What is that? For $170.
Mr. Wilson, you said you, or is that?
That is a, I'd have to go back and look, that is a, for our new air conditioning refill machine, for Freon that we put into our vehicles. I believe that's what that's for.
For the mechanics.
For the mechanics, yeah. That's
Okay.
out of the mechanics account.
Go ahead.
Mayor, I only have
Yes,
1 more if you
sure.
don't mind.
No problem.
Somehow this one, I must have been sleeping or something. On page 16, the Village Park office equipment. Didn't we pay for that office equipment already? I thought we had a bill not too long ago for that equipment, office work.
No, this is
Brett?
the, this
Oh,
is
you
the
can take
only, this is the only bill for that. That's for the treatment plant material as well.
So there wasn't another?
No,
I
this is.
think there was something else we had,
I thought it was.
wasn't it the TVs or something, the whiteboard or?
Yeah, we had gotten the invoice when all the stuff was delivered, but since there was a lot of it and there were different offices, want to make sure that it was all in and okay and accepted, that, you know, the guys at the plant were okay with it. And so we did hold off a little bit on paying the invoice to make sure that everything was up to par. I mean, I know we did have a fairly extensive conversation about the invoice and some of the contents of it, which is another reason why we kind of held off a couple more weeks before we paid it, to make sure that everything was above board and as described in the quote that we got from them.
Okay, so, one.
Go ahead.
So is all the furniture in there now? There won't be another bill for furniture for that office? Or is there another
Were
one?
you talking
out
about the treatment plant, the admin building of the
there? Yeah,
treatment plant?
for
or
office furniture.
Strictly
All-
for that building?
All of the furniture at the treatment plant admin building is now in this list of bills. There's 4, I believe there's 4 different, bills or invoices in here, and that's all the materials for those office products.
Okay.
Besides a new chair I had to purchase for the new assistant public works director out of. So you'll see another Villa Park office one, but it's not for,
Okay.
the or the new treatment plant.
Again,
Go ahead.
Again, I'd like to commend you for getting that office furniture as low as we got it for.
Thank
so.
you.
Alderman Roy Wesley had another one?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Page 11, mobile mini storage unit rental. Is that a monthly thing for the Bobcat or?
It is a
Go ahead.
monthly thing, but we since this is my into my first winter here, I believe this is only a winter payment, something that we only do during the winter time.
Is that $125.95 per month?
I believe that is $125 a month.
How about
I
if
would
we-
have to look at the invoice to be sure with that, but I believe that's what the cost is.
Could we look at possibly purchasing one?
We can look at that.
Okay.
So,
Anything further?
no.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Alderman Catalano?
Yes.
Alderman Jacob?
Yes.
Alderman Lazara?
Yes.
Alderman Sizmarsky?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman Wood?
Yes.
That passes. We do need executive session tonight. We'll need a motion to recess into executive session to review the official minutes, personnel, and land acquisition. Do I have a motion?
I make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We're meeting back to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Catalano?
Here.
Alderman Jacob?
Here.
Alderman Lazara?
Here.
Alderman Sizmarsky?
Here.
Alderman E. Wesley?
Here.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Here.
Alderman Winger and Alderman Wood? Mayor
Here.
Police?
Here. Okay, Public Health and Safety, Alderman Roy Wesley.
I turn it back over to the mayor.
Okay. You want me to?
Go ahead.
Need a motion to approve a resolution seeking to approve a collective
I'll make
bargaining
the
agreement.
motion. Second.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Have a good night. Happy